Please go ahead, Samir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. Good afternoon, respected President of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Respected President-elect Dr. Basant Kalkar, sir, respected past President Dr. Upendra Kinjaldekar, sir, respected Honorary Secretary General Dr. Yogesh Parekh, and Treasurer Dr. Atanu Badra, all the respected Vice Presidents, all our respected Chief Guest for the day, our past President, the pride of IAP, Professor Dr. Jacob John, sir, all the respected vice presidents, all the respected OB office bearers, all the respected members of the executive board, all the respected past presidents, past OB and EB members, and all the respected dignitaries of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. They say big impacts or big things come in small packages. And nowhere is this more true than this fantastic concept of vaccination and immunization that has been invented by humans. Arguably, the invention of vaccination and immunization has been, along with the discovery of ORS, the most important invention to have saved countless lives and brought relief and brought happiness to countless families across many years. And today, on this occasion, we are here to see how the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, via its flagship program, IAP के बाद community के साथ, is going to take the work of vaccination and the concept of immunization to the country, to the entire community at large. And for this, I request our national president, the person who has conceptualized this entire IAP ki baat community ke saath, our dear Dr. Basavaraj sir, to please come on and address the gathering. May I request Dr. National President Dr. Basavaraj sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Samir ji. So, respected our honorable chief guest of today, that is Dan in the field of immunization and vaccinology, and not only in India, across the world, Professor Jacob John, sir. It happens to be the past president of Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Our national president-elect, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, Dr. Upendra Kinjaldekar, our immediate past president, and dynamic secretary, Professor Yogesh Parekh, and national treasurer, Dr. Atanu Badra, and all other dignitaries. IAP के बाद community के साथ this is a great initiative program of in the year 2024, keeping in the mind that whatever the burning issues of a child-related things which can be taken to the community, not only making an awareness and also meaningful action from our 45,000 members and 332 branches of district branches and 32 state branches. Keeping that in mind, along with the subspecialties of 22 subspecialty branches. Keeping that in the mind, this program has been launched on February 13 with the auspicious presence of the Professor Vinod K. Paul, our Niti Aayog chairman, and Padma Shri Professor Pukraj Bapnaji. Subsequently, this program is started making a meaningful impact among the not only the healthcare providers and also the common people across the India. So today's issue which has been taken is an immunization. We all know immunization is one of the key intervention which has been made globally, which has been made a big difference, like in a smallpox which has been eradicated, polio, we are near the eradication except Afghanistan and Pakistan, and Indian Academy of Pediatrics proactively are involving with Government of India in all the immunization program, tandemly working hand in hand with the Government of India. With a unique distinction of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, which is having an advisory committee on immunization, which works on the safety of the vaccine, efficacy of the vaccine, what is the public importance of the vaccine, and how it will be useful to the individual, and the different schedule technically, and the cost effective versus the benefits of the vaccine, which has been very important, like in a school absenteeism or a loss of working days, and the complication which is associated with the diseases, what the need for the additional vaccine by the, apart from the national immunization schedule, what are the additional vaccine which has been required, and adverse events following immunization, and the cold chain, many issues which has been deliberated by our advisory committee on immunization. This is made in a big differences in the last 2 decades to our immunization practice. Even during the COVID time, we made a big impact. So today's conceptualization was done by none other than one of our great stalwart in the vaccine advisory committee on immunization, Dr. S.G. Kashi sir, along with Dr. Sanjay Marathe, Dr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, Dr. Muralidhar Reddy, and Sanjeev Gupta ji, and well supported by our scientific committee, aided by Dr. Geeta Patil madam. Of course, the taking this into the different modes with the our media committee, Dr. Samir Dalwai, and monitoring committee, Dr. Kishore Baindur, Dr. Shantraj, and Dr. Amresh Patil. So all of them are working in tandem so that to make the big difference in that. Why this is an important? So when the following a COVID-19, lot of routine things has been disturbed, routine immunization has been disturbed. So this is a high time to catch up the immunization. We all know that measles outbreak just before the starting of the meeting. Also, we have come across within what has really been happening at the Chhattisgarh level and the other places. And mumps is another issue where Professor Jacob Jan sir was in a chair up in our 6th meeting of India expert group on measles and rubella vaccination. That time, Professor Jacob Jan, along with our IPA President Dr. Naveen Thakkar sir, also raised with the government of India inclusion of a mumps vaccination, and we also written a letter to that. So, keeping all these things, Indian Academy of Pediatrics is a bigger role, and our vice presidents is really doing a great job taking IAP के बाद community के साथ, led by the Professor Singaru Velu, Dr. Santanodev, Ajay Srivatsav ji, Satish Sharma ji, and Atul Kulkarni ji. They are all doing a great job to make the IAP presence everywhere. With these few words, so I welcome all the executive board member and the senior member who have been here to this important launch of the ceremony, so that I am sure this will make a big difference. We started with an expanded immunization program with 6 diseases. Now today we have 10 diseases which has been covered under the universal immunization program, where IAP is also recommends additional vaccines like typhoid and mumps, other vaccines also. So HPV is in the process of by the government of India, other 2 vaccines in the pipeline. One is HPV, another is typhoid. Like that, IAP is also playing a bigger role in the inclusion in the universal immunization program. With these few words, back to Dr. Samir ji to take the things further.
Thank you, respected President Sir, for your guidance, and you have been the light behind this entire program. And now it is our wonderful duty to perform. We request the President Sir and the President-elect Sir to release the press note or the press release, because one of the important components of this wonderful IAP के बाद community के साथ program is that we have a press release with every topic, so that the matter can be disbursed by our team of spokespersons, IAP spokespersons across the country, and they can all hold their own respective press conferences in their own respective regional languages. Shruti madam, are we ready with the press release?
Yes, doctor.
May we request President Sir and President-elect Sir to declare that the press release be declared open?
Shruti, open it.
Yeah, can you just scroll slow? Yeah, slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah, we declare that our press release has been released. Back to our president-elect to say a few words.
We release it, the press release for all over India.
Now we request our President-elect Sir Dr. Khaladkar, who is a pillar of strength for this entire program with his guidance, to please address the gathering. Dr. Vasant Kalarkar, sir.
Yeah, respected our today's chief guest, Honorable Professor Dr. Jacob John, our President, Dynamic President, Dr. Basavaraja, our Secretary, Dr. Yogesh Parekh, Treasurer, Dr. Atanu Bhadra, Scientific Media, Dr. Kasi and Dr. Marathe and team Dr. Sunil Agarwala and all, who have taken a lot of pains for this, making this really as a wonderful model. When I sent it to media, they were saying they appreciated it like anything. Thanks to all the scientific committee member. My special thanks to our pillars, Dr. Geeta Patil and team, everyone, and definitely media committee. Greetings from Central IAP. We had a very successful session on autism, obesity, anemia, and Down syndrome. And that on autism awareness, we have understand and empower individual with autism. Today, I welcome you to the launch of yet another crucial responsibility that lies with every pediatrician. Most important, that routine immunization is the birthright of every child. The title itself suggests what is the importance of the vaccination for children. Let's empower youth. My today's message is that let's empower youth for the same, as they are the good source for dissemination. I stand before you today not just as the president-elect of the Indian Pediatric Association, but as a fellow guardian of our nation's future, that children. We all are IAPs, 45,000 strong and responsible doctors, united by a common mission that's to safeguard and nurture the health of India's next generation. As pediatricians, you are at the forefront of healthcare, serving as the first line of defense, you can say, against diseases that threaten our children's well-being. Immunization is the cornerstone of pediatric care, a vital tool for hold the power not only to save life, but to transform the future of our country. Our journey so far has been commendable. India's stride in public health, particularly in vaccination, have significantly decreased the incidence of disease that were once widespread. For example, smallpox and polio. Yet, we face ongoing challenges. Despite our progress and the harsh reality that preventable diseases still claim the lives of too many children. These are not just statistics, they are lost potential and dream unfulfilled. Immunization not only reduces the burden on our healthcare system, but also promotes socio-economic growth by creating healthier community, and that all you know. A healthy child is the builder of the future. Every child saved from the clutches of preventable illness is another step forward and towards a stronger, more resilient India. As pediatrician, your role is pivotal. You have the power to advocate for and implement better immunization practices, ensuring that every child, irrespective of their socio-economic background, receives the vaccine they need. The challenges are significant. We need more hands. So, what we need? We need better infrastructure and a deeper commitment. Improve vaccine storage and delivery, and education of the community about the importance of vaccine. Each step you take in this direction is a step toward a healthier tomorrow. Let us embrace technology and innovation behind vaccine. I told you we serve largest number of children in the world and look after their health and well-being by being available 24 by 7. Now, IAP with our support and your support is embarking on the largest community connect for the children in the world via today's program, that is the IAP Ki Baat community ke saath, directly reaching to our parents, teacher, government, and all stakeholders. This is not work of a single person, but of 44,000 pediatricians who have to take this program and all the media material that will be rolled out from their clinic to the community, from their hands to heart of the people of this country. So my unrest, my unrest is that we are not going to the people. So my earnest request to disseminate the knowledge to community provided by CIP's scientific committee. The matter should be the same. Our collective effort is crucial. Every child you immunize is a beacon of hope. Every message you spread is important. It's a commitment to a future whether health is given, not a privilege. Let us continue to work together to innovate and advocate to ensure that our children, India's future, have the healthy start they deserve. Thank you for your invaluable work you do every day. Together, we are not just changing individual lives, but we are shaping the destiny of our nation. So please disseminate, disseminate, disseminate. Thank you once again. And Jai Hind, Jai Hai.
Thank you, respected Dr. Vasant Kalatkar ji, and that was very, very inspiring. Dr. Upendra Kinzavrekar is slated to speak next, but he's just joining in a bit. He's in a medical emergency at the moment. May I now request our respected HSD sir, Dr. Yogesh Bhai Parikh, Professor Yogesh Parikh, to please address the audience. I'm doubtful whether Dr. Yogesh Bhai has joined.
No, technical issue is there. His network is the issue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Dr. Atanu, our treasurer, who is a person who makes all the funds available for this venture, he is traveling as well. But Atanu, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So Dr. Atanu Bodra, our treasurer, who's here, we request you to please address the gathering.
Yeah, this is the benchmark here, and under the leadership of Basav sir, IAP has taken another avenue which had been not explored. That is, we always dealing with academics. We are always interested in developing new modules, but we are also missing that this finally will have to reach the parents and the children of the country. We have to give back something to the country, to the society as a large. And so this program was designed and is rolling on just to serve this purpose. I request all our members to please enthusiastically activate, be very proactive, and let us all talk about immunization in the next month, in this month and the next month. Talk about the story of immunization. Talk about some of the topics which are still is a barrier into the society, that is vaccine hesitancy and vaccine side effects. So we have to talk to our individual parents. We have to talk to the society. Okay. Yeah. So I think this would be beneficial to all of us, and let us finally put the name of IAP in all our communication to the society, to the community, and in the social media also. Thank you. Over to Samir.
Thank you so much, Atanu. I think what Dr. Atanu has said is actually the final icing on the cake, that now with all this effort that President-elect sir and HSD and everybody else's committee has taken, it is now up to the regular, all of us, the 45,000 pediatricians, to take this message ahead. But we are not somebody who just talk, we are also deliver the work that has been done. So now quickly I request Shruti madam on behalf of Dr. Amresh Patil, who couldn't join today, who has done such amazing work, to just showcase the report of the past work done. So far, we have worked on anemia, obesity, Down syndrome, and autism. And autism was met with an unprecedented success, which has never before happened in the country. So, Shruti madam, can you please share the report? somebody who has worked for 25 years in the field of autism, I find it overwhelming to see the huge impact generated by the IAP this year. Thanks, Basavaraj sir, for all this. I've never seen so much of impact of World Autism Day. Everybody participating. Now over to coming back to vaccination now. It is a pleasure to have one of the most respected names in the field of immunization and one of the most well-liked persons in India. Dr. S.G. Kasi sir was headed the expert committee and represented the expert committee to come up with the guidelines for immunization and vaccination. Dr. Kasi sir has headed various committees, not only at the national but at the international level, and he's a pride for the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Dr. Kasi sir, welcome, and please, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. At the outset, my sincere thanks to Dr. Basaraj and his team for giving me the honor of being an expert for this very unique flagship program, IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath on immunizations. As the tagline says, vaccines are the birthright of every child. In fact, no other public health intervention, apart from safe drinking water and sanitation, has saved more lives than what vaccines have saved. Vaccines not only prevent illnesses, disease, hospitalizations, or death, but they also have tremendous indirect benefits. They prevent loss of school days, loss of work days, reduce the cost of healthcare utilization. In short, vaccines have a significant positive effect on the economy of the country as well. We must remember, the parents should remember that vaccines not only save the child or protect the child, but if your child is vaccinated, it helps in preventing the spread of the disease and eliminating the disease in the community as well. A very important thing is that, which every parent should be convinced, is that vaccines are safe. You see, every single vaccine goes through a very, very rigorous developmental process, stretching for 5 to 10 years. And at every phase, safety is the first parameter that is assessed. In fact, no vaccine can enter clinical usage without being proven to be absolutely safe in vaccines. So for the parents, it is a duty to ensure that every child remains up to date in their vaccinations to ensure a healthy start to life. And finally, we should not forget, vaccines are not just for children. Adults also need vaccines to remain healthy, almost till a very, very old age. Thank you.
Thank you, respected Kasi sir, for your absolutely brilliant and forthright and excellent comments. Thank you very much. And now I would request our scientific committee chairperson, Dr. Geeta Patil ma'am, to please introduce our chief guest, Dr. Professor Jacob Johnson. Geeta madam.
Thank you, Dr. Samir sir. I think before introducing him, I just want to tell why we have selected today's date of the launch. All of us know that World Immunization Week is usually in the last week of April every year, and our event is coinciding with it. And we know that it is very important that this week is for protecting people of all age groups, as Kasi sir has told, against the preventable diseases. And this week serves as a reminder to everyone, community, government, to prioritize immunization effort, ensure that everyone has got access to life-saving vaccines, and as we know that, to reduce the vaccine hesitancy. And all the topics before what Samir sir has mentioned, all are shared on our website. And this autism was the most, the event was all over India. It was celebrated in a nice way. So now for me, it is a great privilege and honor to introduce Dr. Jacob Johnson sir. I think everyone knows about him, but knowing about his achievement is inspiration to everyone. We all of us know that he's a past president of IAP, retired as a professor of virology and pediatric at CMC Vellore. After the retirement, he served as a professor emeritus at CMC Vellore. And everyone knows globally his name is known in a field of virology, who established India's first diagnostic virology lab in 1967 and introduced measles immunization in India when measles vaccine was not introduced in India. He was a former head of the Indian Council for Medical Research Center for Advanced Research in Virology. And he served as the chief of virology services at CMC Vellore from 1667 to 1995. He has spent almost 10 years as a chief of the National HIV/AIDS Reference Center and 15 years as a chief of the Center for Advanced Research in Virology. It shows his passion, and it's a great honor to him that he was a recipient of the prestigious Dr. B.C. Roy Award. And he had contributed significantly to public health initiatives in India, chaired India Expert Advisory Group on Polio Eradication, co-chaired National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization from 2000 to 2009. So over to Dr. Jacob Jan, sir. Before you address, sir, I request him to unveil the poster. Shruti madam, can you share the poster?
Yes, I'm ready. Once you
Okay.
declare, I'll share.
Yes, you have to.
Dr. Jacob John, sir, has to do the honors.
Sir.
Sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
Unmute, sir, and then.
Okay. Anything special I do to unveil the?
Just say so, sir. Just say
Declare
that.
that you are going to.
Declare the.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay. Round of applause. Thank you.
And sir, everybody is keen to listen to your address, sir.
Okay. Thank you, President Basavaraja, Dr. Khalatkar, Samir Dalwai, Kashi Vishwanath, Geeta Patil, and my dear colleagues. Institutions grow when successors are greater than predecessors. That's the reason why IAP is growing. 50 years ago, exactly 50 years ago, the World Health Organization launched the Expanded Program on Immunization, EPI, 1974. So it's the best year for IAP to get in a big way into immunization. It started with 6 vaccines then, and now it is 12 vaccines. Indian UIP is with 10 vaccines. When EPI was launched, the goal was 80% coverage with the 6 vaccines. The reason for 80% coverage was a public health goal, which means that if you cover 80% of children, the disease would be controlled. But then in 5 years, the 20% left over would add up to 1 full year's cohort of children. So from the start, I was opposing the idea of the 80% goal. I wanted all children to have the opportunity of getting the vaccine. You cannot, by budgeting, exclude 20%. So I coined the slogan or the motto that immunization is the birthright of every child. It was declared in an international meeting and it's picked up by British Medical Journal. So that is the origin of the motto of immunization being the birthright of every child. At the time, the importance was that every child should be targeted with vaccine, not merely 80%. In today's context, immunization as a rights issue, not a healthcare issue alone or a public health issue alone, but a human rights issue, will give certain visibility and impetus for the political thinkers to think about immunization in a new light as a human right issue. In India, of course, we have 2 streams of immunization, the UIP and the Indian Academy of Pediatrics is immunization through the private sector. I would request every pediatrician at every clinic visit of every child spend just a brief time to look at the child's immunization history and make sure if there is any gap was detected to give an appointment for filling that gap or advising the parents to take the child at the right place to give the right vaccine. I have one more request that if we are giving an appointment for immunization in our own clinics, please do not charge consultation fee for that visit. When a child is brought in just for immunization on an appointment, I would request my colleagues to forgo the consultation fee and provide the service free of charge. Okay, tomorrow on the 24th, I think, the World Immunization Week starts. The World Immunization Week also is an avenue through which immunization is to be promoted under all circumstances and under all ages. And we need to be especially conscious of the fact that we have additional vaccines than the UIP schedule. So we need to weave in the two programs in such a way that if we declare vaccines as birthright, ensure that children who cannot afford the more expensive vaccine also become eligible through the rights approach. How IAP can maneuver that, you understand what I'm saying? The moment you say, for example, HPV vaccine is a birthright, then whose responsibility is to ensure that the child gets that vaccine if the family cannot afford? So we need some kind of an arrangement to ensure that if we declare that immunization is a rights issue, not merely healthcare and public health, then we need to think through how we can enable every child equal access opportunity to get all relevant vaccines. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to address you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Jacob Jan, sir, for your words of wisdom. Really, it will create a lot of enthusiasm among our members, so especially to make this immunization as an rights of a children. Thank you very much. And Indian Academy of Pediatrics will strive for that advocacy roles.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And like Geeta Madam said, sir, Dr. John doesn't require the introduction, but it is more as an inspiration for everybody else to hear his great achievement. So thank you so much, sir. We now have the video on immunization to be released, and I would request Professor Jacob John, along with our 5 vice presidents who have been supporting President Sir so much, so well in the last entire 4 campaigns, to jointly declare to release the video on the occasion. So requesting Professor Jacob John, sir, and all our respected esteemed 5 vice presidents to switch on their videos and say so.
I join with you all to declare the video available for public view.
Vaccination and immunization. It's hard to get started in life, whoever you are. One highly effective way of helping everyone, rich or poor, to a better start comes in a little bottle. The impact of vaccination is far greater than we ever thought.
I get sick less often so I can go to school. My scores are higher in languages and in IQ tests. I can finish my education and get a better start in life. And while I'm at school, my parents, my family can do other things. And since they don't have to spend money on my care, they can save it for better. Food, new clothes, or a nicer home. My vaccination also helps protect other people in my community. If I don't get sick, then I can't pass it on. Because I have done better at school, I have more opportunities. Earning money means I can help my family. As I can work longer, I can also save for my future. I can think about starting my own family and helping to build a community. A healthier community is more stable. It's a place people want to live in rather than escape from. People want to visit us and maybe even live here too. Many others want to invest and trade with us. That little bottle has consequences none of us could have guessed. That immunization has helped millions of children to a healthier start in life and better. Health is helping build a secure future for people everywhere.
Immunization has helped millions of children to a healthier start in life and better health. Immunization helps build a secure future.
Basav sir, what would you say about the video? You have to say something.
No, it is one of the most wonderful things. Definitely, it will make a big difference to the community, and the vaccine hesitancy problem definitely it is going to be.
Thank you. Sir, Professor Johns, did you like the video, sir?
Yes, I like the video, but I'll be frank that the animation could be improved upon.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
request you to share it, tweet it from your Twitter handle, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We now request our Senior Vice President, Dr. Satish Sharma, sir, to please address the gathering. Sharma, sir.
Sharma ji, unmute. Satish Sharma ji, unmute.
Dr. Satish Sharma, sir.
At the very outset, I convey our sincere thanks to Honorable Dr. Jacob John, our Chief Guest of today. And I remember when he was President of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, we invited him in one of our national conference and Haryana State Conference. Dr. G.V. Baswaraja, Dr. Vasan Khalatkar, Dr. Tanuji, Dr. Yogesh Parak, Dr. Kasi, Dr. Samir, Dr. Geeta, and all other my colleagues, Vice President and EB present here. No doubt that vaccine has played a great role in preventing the dreaded disease like smallpox and the polio. And the COVID, which has taught us and even the community and the public the importance of the vaccination. So we have to push further and reach to the community to tell them that what is the importance of vaccination, not only in the newborn period, but in the toddler, adolescent, and the adult. So we will take it together. We all join hand that we will percolate this message to each and every, to the masses, the importance of the vaccination. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful comments. Now I request Professor Singaravelu, sir, to please offer us his advice. Professor Singaravelu, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Samiji. Good afternoon to all, the most respected President, President-elect, and all the OP members, and my beloved teacher, today's chief guest, Professor Jacob John, for whom I have great, really, our this IAP के बाद community के साथ, wherever I go in a meeting, it is having a very good applause by all our IAPians, and the reason behind that because everything rising in a single voice throughout the country, definitely this module of immunization reaching the community will be a very successful, very useful, the end of the hour for this, because as you all know that immunization is the birthright of every child, and it has been rightly brought. I have my sincere thanks to Gita Patil ma'am and his team and Samir team. I am really thankful to our president and president-elect for doing this IAP Ke Baat, community ke baat in our entire India, so that all 45,000 IAPians go to the field in the same manner, so that definitely it is going creating already very good impact. In future, it will definitely further go very well. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your excellent comments. Thank you very much. I now I request Dr. Ajay Srivastava, sir, to please offer his comments. Ajay bhai, are you there? Dr. Ajay Srivastava, Vice President.
Thank you, Samir bhai. My regards to all dignitaries present here. In fact, IAP, IKB, CKS, our flagship program is doing really wonderful, gradually making an impact over the lives of population at large. And it's heartening to witness the tangible impact our collective efforts are having. Actually, we are having a good buzz, and the buzz surrounding our program is not merely a noise. It's the, say, resonance of hope, of progress, and echoing through communities and beyond. So, just sharing a small incident which shows recognition of our work. Few days back, while returning from Kolkata, crew members of Akasa Air duly appreciated our few EV members and shared an emotional gratitude, which simply raised our commitment. Well, yes, I have a suggestion too. In this, in this team, IKB CKS team, please try to arrange a sensitization meet before launch, maybe 2 days back. Yes, there are experts. In fact, all are super experts, but one cannot undermine, don't underestimate the power of a common man or common pediatrician.
I think there is some problem with the network, perhaps.
I'm
Dr.
sorry,
Ajay,
I got
go
I
ahead,
got disconnected somehow. So
you're talking about the power of the common pediatricians. Go
power
ahead.
of the common man probably this did not go well with that.com. So we can have some valuable inputs from our EB members or other important persons too. So I am ending here with these two lines that सेहत की राह में बच्चों की बात, हजारों पीडियाट्रिशियन एक संग लेकर हाथों में हाथ करते हैं अब आईआईपी की बात कम्युनिटी के साथ. थैंक यू समीर.
As always, wonderful शायरी की साथ of Ajay bhai. Thank you so much. I now request Dr. Shantanu to please come on and express his opinion. Dr. Shantanu.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. Respectful greetings to Dr. Jacob John sir and our president sir and the president-elect sir and all OBs and my fellow VPs also, and to all dignitaries who are present here, including the very efficient team of IAP Ki Baat community ke saath. We pediatricians are more of doers, but this is the time and this is the year when we should start talking and communicating more in the name of IAP, not as individuals, but in the name of IAP. And already the positive buzz, like my fellow VPs have said, that a positive buzz has started, and we need to drive it further. Pediatricians are always committed for vaccination. That is there in their immunization, in their personal practice, but it is now time to talk and to spread the message and to increase the response of the community to vaccination, because we now need to drive the myths away. Talk to the government also for inclusion of more vaccines into the national immunization schedule, and also at every opportunity motivate parents to not miss any vaccines. Thank you so much, and good job by the whole team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Is Dr. Atul Kulkarni sir, have you joined?
Yes. Yes, Samir.
Yeah. Can you please spotlight
yeah.
Dr. Atul?
Thank you, Dr. Samir. Our respected visionary president, Dr. Basavaraja sir, President-elect Dr. Vasant Kalatkar sir, past President Dr. Upendra Kinzavdekar, my all vice presidents, OBs and EBs, and all the dignitaries on the digital platform. This is again, I will say, the icon program of module of IAP Presidential Action Plan 24-25, and this is the fourth release of the new on immunization. That is the birthright. And we are really fortunate to have a legendary person from the immunology, Dr. Jacob John, here. So thank you very much, sir, for your advice and your suggestions for this program. And let me tell you, as you have suggested to waive off the consulting charges, I can tell you many of our pediatricians are already doing this waiving of the fees, consulting fees while giving the immunization. And still more, as per your advice, still more will follow the things what you have mentioned. And I will congratulate the team of led by Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Samir, Dr. Kishore Bendur, and all the force behind for making this program successful. And we will propagate this program in the West Zone efficiently. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Atul, for those words of reassurance. And now we have been joined by Dr. Upendra Kinzavdekar, our immediate past president. Dr. Upendra, can you just come speak up, please? Yeah. Request to spotlight Dr. Upendra and remove my spotlight.
Yeah. Good afternoon, and respected our past president, Dr. Jacob John, sir, current president, Dr. Basavaraj, president-elect, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, Doyen of Vaccinology in Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dr. Kasi, sir, and all my dear colleagues, vice presidents, OB-EBs, and all the friends across the country who have joined in. My apologies for joining a bit late because of the emergency in the hospital I had to attend for. But at the same time, we are all fortunate to have this great release of another episode of IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath, and which is basically focusing on immunization, the birthright of every child. All of us know the famous statement of Lokmanya Tilak, freedom is my birthright and I'll have it. So I think the newborns, we are all stakeholders for newborns, and we must say that for every child, every vaccine that is available and of course affordable to their parents, it must be given at proper time. And it goes without saying that Indian Academy of Pediatrics is totally committed. All of us know, though we feel that we are giving all the vaccines, let me tell you, all my colleagues, that the figures of hepatitis A vaccine or varicella vaccine or HPV vaccine, or for that matter, even the Tdap vaccine at 10 years are very, 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 very less pathetic. I may use the word with permission of everybody, but let's say that it's not only the general practitioners or the parents are not aware. We ourselves are probably hesitant in talking about some of the vaccines. So my earnest appeal to each one of us that we should be proactive, telling the parents, telling the patients at whatever opportunity, at schools or parent-teacher meetings or in front of the patients when he's in front of us in the clinic. So let's all ensure that every child really deserves and gets all the vaccines. All of us know that resurgences of measles and mumps keep coming every now and then, and we must ensure there is no shortcut for. At same way, it is equivalent to breast milk. I must just say that, as breast milk is so much important for breastfeeding, is so important for first 6 months, exclusive breastfeeding, similarly every vaccine is equally important. And let's all ensure and take this up further. These days just give us a reminder that we must be committed for that, and I'm sure we are all totally committed for the same cause. Thank you, Dr. Basavaraj and Dr. Kalatkar, for coming out with brilliant idea. And thank you, Dr. Jacob John, sir. You have always been guiding IAP for years. My gratitude to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Upendra. And now, exactly on the dot of time, exactly at the time we had said, we are coming to the vote of thanks to be delivered by the person who's probably doing one of the most important part, but the most important behind the scenes activity for this entire IAP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath, Dr. Kishore Bendur, who's chairing along with Dr. Shantaraj sir, the monitoring committee. So Dr. Kishore sir, may I request you to please offer the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. And good afternoon and namaskars to all those who are attending this program, and probably those of you who will be seeing this program on YouTube or Facebook later. On behalf of the committee which heads the IAP Ki Baat Community Ki Saath, I extend a warm vote of thanks to all of you for making this program a grand success. Today has been an insightful journey, and we are grateful for the collective wisdom and expertise that has been shared today. Our heartfelt thanks initially to our chief guest, Dr. Professor Jacob John, the doyen of immunology, the leader in virology, the well-known figure in the field of immunology and vaccinology, for having accepted our invitation to be on this program. Your profound insights and invaluable contributions have enriched our understanding in this field. Your willingness to share your knowledge and experience is deeply appreciated. I take this opportunity to thank our leader, Dr. Basavaraj, whose spark has ignited this whole program, IAP Ki Baat Community Ki Saath, and slowly increasing awareness is being spread in the community. Today is the 5th program that we have launched: anemia, obesity, Down syndrome, autism, immunization, and down the pipeline, we have many more such programs which are of importance to the community, and we will be bringing out these in due course. I also take this opportunity to thank our President-elect, Dr. Kalatkar, whose words of wisdom definitely we will take into account. Our immediate past President, Dr. Rupendra, in spite of the emergency that he had, could come and address us. Our Vice President, our Secretary in absentia, Dr. Ratanu, who has been so active in the community with all these programs. A big thank you to you, Dr. Ratanu, and all our senior vice presidents of the 5 zones who have taken so much of initiative in propagating this in their own zones. Our sincere thanks to the scientific committee now of the immunization Baat Community Ki Saath, headed by Dr. S.G. Kasi, Dr. Sanjay Marathe, Dr. Sunil Kumar Agarwal, Dr. Sanjeev Gupta, and Dr. Muralidhar Reddy. Ably assisted by the Permanent Scientific Committee headed by Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Piyali Bhattacharya, Dr. Prashant Karya, Dr. Gayatri Bezbarua, Dr. C. Nirmala, Dr. Manmeet Sodhi, and Dr. Mubassir Shah. A big thanks to all of you. A big thanks to the office bearers, executive committee members, and the past presidents who are attending this program today. We are indebted to our participants of this program, both those who actively engaged in the discussions and those who silently absorbed the wealth of information imparted today. Your presence has added immense value to this academic discourse, and we hope the knowledge gained will propel further inquiry and innovation in your respective fields. A special note of thanks to Dr. Samir Dalwai for skillfully moderating the sessions and ensuring a smooth flow of dialogue throughout the program. Your adept handling of the discussions made this event both engaging and enlightening. We extend our gratitude to the technical support team whose efforts behind the scenes ensured seamless connectivity and accessibility for all participants. Your commitment to excellence has contributed significantly to the success of this program. Last but not the least, we express our appreciation to the organizing committee members, the volunteers, the members of the IAP who have helped us so much, everyone else who has contributed directly or indirectly for the success of this program. Your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed. As we conclude this program, let us carry forward the knowledge gained and the connections made today to continue our pursuit of academic excellence and collaborative learning. Thank you once again. Jai Hind and Jai IAP. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
President, sir.
Thank you, Samirji. You can close it. Yeah.
Dr. Samir,
Yes, sir.
one small request to all those who are attending here, maybe request in a letter or this thing. See, what I have now been doing is this IAP ki baat and all. When my patients come, I am directly, and on their WhatsApp, I am sending the links. At least let them say and let them pass it on to their friends and relate. So let us start to percolate this. At least if one pediatrician, can we not have 100 patients whom we can pass on this